Hello, everyone. Welcome back. Uh, Pretty happy to that extent
Yes.
that emotions are not being seen or not coming on the face. Probably it's just been a day since what happened, what transpired, completely unexpected. Somewhere hopeful, but obviously something which has got all of us talking about it. Siraj and Shubman Gill are all over Instagram and all over social media. Uh, and that brings us because when it comes to social media, when it comes to cricket, it can't be the case that NSG does not talk about it. So on this episode of NSG Talks, we'll try to cover that short day five in a short episode, but I can guarantee for sure that our episode won't be as exciting as those 1.5 2 hours that we saw day before.
Mm.
So let's jumping straight away to the very first point. Like how the Indian bowler jumped over the England batters. Right, the first very point. If you have to just summarize this series, right, you can say it was the summer of Shubman Gill and it was a series of Siraj. No,
Yeah.
Sagarara, I want to ask you what are your thoughts on the series?
Well, I mean, fantastic. As you rightly said, Summer of Shubman and series of Siraj. I mean, these two guys were the standout performance, but it was a complete team effort. If you see, I mean, Prasidh pitched in with key wickets, Jadeja, Washington with the important runs. Pant has also contributed whenever he played. KL leading the way at the top. Yashasvi again scoring some crucial runs in the fifth test. So overall, a team effort, absolute team effort, and I think more than the cricket that was played, which was absolutely fantastic, no doubt. I think what this series will also be remembered for a long time to come, is the spirit, is the spirit shown by this Indian team to be to be down, completely flattened, and still rise like a phoenix. And that typical boxer kind of an attitude that you're almost on the verge of being knocked out, and you still rise up and land the blows and win the match. So just that spirit was something amazing to see. That is my key, or you can say my highlight from this series.
So since you summed up the series, right, and I want to ask you a question on day five, that very short but ever so engaging part of cricket that we saw. Some of the tactics, right? All we were talking about overcast conditions, we were talking about the heavy roller, we were talking about whether Vokes will bat or no, whether the new ball will be taken or no. Upon that, what if you have to just talk a few lines on England's tactics of trying to go for the shots, because you saw Jamie Smith and all were throwing their bat away from the body, especially when Siraj was getting the ball to move away from the right hander, and then you compare it with what India did by not taking the new ball, persisting with Siraj and Krishna from the either ends. What do you have to say about the tactics of how both the teams played?
Yeah. So very quickly, I think, see, England definitely panicked. Okay. They were in a state of panic, and the inexperience showed. Bethel, Jamie Smith, and so once Root went, they did not have any experienced batter left. So and they panicked, and I think they could have easily left a few more deliveries, maybe tire out the Indian bowlers. Watch out for that one coming in, which Siraj bowled so beautifully, and maybe wait out. But I don't know what was the logic behind trying to hit out and score those runs, but that definitely failed. And India, on the other hand, I think fantastic tactic to not take the new ball. And one thing which I completely missed in the commentary, I don't know why they did not discuss that. Why was a 80 over ball having that kind of swing? Because so I mean we know all the physics of the cricket ball, how the new ball, and especially Duke's ball, which has a much more pronounced seam than maybe an SG or a Kookaburra. It swings more. The new ball, new Duke's ball swings more. And but this was a 80 over ball, which was giving a very good movement in the air to all the bowlers, and Siraj especially. So was it reverse swing? And if it was not reverse swing, if it was traditional swing, how was it happening? I did not see this discussion in the commentary box, and it would be really an interesting thing to hear from an expert, because of course, I mean, uh, as we know about conventional swing, and we know about reverse swing, and both those theories do not add up. If I have to look at 80 over ball, swinging conventionally.
I think, I mean, it had got more to do with the moisture on the surface and the dull clouds in the sky. But we don't really
But it
know
was moving
whether.
in the air, right? It was moving
Yeah,
in the
exactly.
air. I
So
mean,
that was, we don't really know whether the wind was blowing that way because of which the ball was moving in the air. So like I said,
mm,
someone, like you said, someone from an expert should have covered that. But moving away, right? In my question to you, we mentioned two players, Siraj and Shubman Gill. There was another player, a certain left arm spinner, who created a record most number of runs for India, batting at number six in a series. So it's only fair that now I go to our in-house left-arm orthodox to hear his thoughts specifically on the predictions, because we discussed it a lot about these tactics, right, and about the predictions then, where in day 3 approx 290 odd runs is what is scored, best day for batting. The last time a target above 200 was chased was somewhere, target above 300 was chased was somewhere back in 1902 or something like that, if I
Yeah.
remember correctly.
yeah.
What do you have to say, or what are your thoughts on what was predicted as opposed to what actually transpired on day 5?
Yeah, you're absolutely spot on, Rishabh. So we I think collectively here, including Pranav, had predicted that we will go somewhere around 385 to 390 or maybe even 400, and set a target of close to around 375, which actually
Mhm.
happened.
Yeah.
So next time when these pundits on the TV have to predict anything, except Dinesh Karthik, maybe he was spot on when he said 2 all before the start of the
Yeah.
series.
Yeah.
So so yeah, if they have any services required for consultation, prediction, they know whom to
We,
reach out to. So
we
and he
should
did
tag
well.
them.
Yeah. So we said the fourth day would be good for batting. It turned out to be good for batting. We also said that a lot would also depend on what the spinners do. But however, these conditions were slightly inexplicable. Like how Sagar said, 80-year-old ball, sorry, 80-over-old uh, ball, and still is able. Okay, all right, and is we are, we are still
So
able to
we all are
hit
excited,
the
so
swing.
it's okay.
Yeah.
It's the
We are
hangover,
still
guys. I tell you, it's the hangover of
yeah,
the series.
we, we,
It's
we,
still not
we
over it.
still are able to swing the ball, and it could be the morning breeze or it could be something inexplicable, not seen before in oval. So yeah, some of these predictions were really spot on, and really happy the way Washington hit those important runs, because
Mm. Yeah.
ultimately that became the crucial difference between the two sides. Yeah, so that's what we have to say, Rishabh.
But
The
yeah, I
other
mean,
thing the other thing you mentioned about is about Jadeja. Jadeja scored more than 500 runs. I've not seen that happen before, where Jadeja has scored more than 500 runs in a series. Even though he has given 500 runs in the series as well as with the ball, but I think he was more of a frontline batter this time at number 5 than really a frontline bowler.
exactly. I mean, I don't. On a lighter note, I'd say I've never seen Jadeja bowl so less in a Test match. So
Mm.
that'd be really interesting to
No,
see that how least, or which is the match where he's bowled the least number of overs. I'm sure this one will be in the top 5, top tens of that for sure. But
but
if we talk about the
just
predictions, yeah,
yeah, just quick point on Jadeja. I came across a tweet which said that his average batting average is up by 2 or 3 runs after this series.
Mm.
So
Wow.
that's how impactful he was.
the way he scored, you have to question just 2 or 3. I mean, so let's. But yeah,
No,
if
I
we have.
think I declare him a pure batter already. He's not an all rounder. He's a batsman who will bowl on spin friendly conditions.
I think we have had enough discussions on this, and we go in that infinity loop if we go that way again. But just a point on what Amar Dada mentioned, right? In terms of the score, which we all had discussed that India should be able to reach, which they eventually did. He mentioned one
Hmm.
player, Washington Sundar, whom we all expected to, but there was one certain player who we never expected to score runs. Came down to sort of shield Shubman Gill, ended up scoring more than him in the test match. And what glorious pull shots and those cover drives. I mean, if people find resemblance of Rohit Sharma in the way Karun Nair plays, there was definite resemblance of Virat Kohli in the way Akashdeep celebrated as well as batted also. So Nikhil Dada, any quick word on Akashdeep? If how exciting was his batting, how refreshing was his batting, and how important as
No,
well.
so when he came out as the night watchman, I just remembered that BGT when he actually scored some runs and avoided the follow-on, and I
Hmm.
remember how we were disappointed at the celebrations in the dressing room that day. But this time he comes up with a very crucial knock. Those 66 runs were priceless, especially when you look at the score and look at the margin. This game was of margins, and those 66
Yeah.
runs were extremely, extremely crucial. And again, though he did not pick wickets, and he actually looked a bit tired on day four,
Hmm.
but still,
Hmm.
his was a very important performance because he was the third seamer, right? And we had only three seamers. So yeah, very,
Yeah.
very impressive and very crucial knock. Very crucial.
Even I'll tell you what, if I have to just judge how good that performance was from Akashdeep, right? I will say that when he got out to that short delivery trying to fend or trying to protect himself, I am more agitated on the fact that how can you throw your wicket away like that? And when I am talking about a bowler throwing away his wicket like that, trying to save himself, that is just the testimony of the fact that how good his knock was, or how
Yeah.
pure batter vibes that knock gave, right? So,
Yeah.
just we had to just touch upon Akashdeep. Amarara, do anything else you want to talk about? Anything
Yes.
special? I know that you would have definitely noticed something which you that smile is hiding a lot. So let it just
Yeah.
swing away like how Siraj did.
Yeah, so because we are talking about predictions, right? We are talking about a lot of numbers. Now, this series is very unique. Okay? This is just a five-test series, like any other regulation India, England, or India, Australia, or Australia, England series. However, the point to be noted is this is the series with most runs ever. More than 7,000 runs were scored, okay, on pretty flat wickets. And despite this, our frontline seamers, Akashdeep and Prasidh Krishna, okay, took took a few wickets. They took a lot of stick as well.
Yeah.
But if you compare a Chris Wokes taking 11 wickets at 52 and Prasidh Krishna taking, let's say, 17 wickets at 37, on these wickets, where most number of test runs are being scored in a series, I
Yeah.
would take Akashdeep and Prasidh Krishna over a Chris Wokes on for any of the two teams. Easily, I know they went for runs, especially Prasidh had moments where he was going consistently for 6.5 runs per over. Maybe inexperience, maybe just bad bowling or bad day, but he still was able to take important wickets throughout the series whenever he got to play. Right? So a very weird series, something we will miss.
Hmm.
I mean, at least if you ask me, I've started missing Test cricket right since the morning today. So, so
But
yeah. But yeah,
talking just a quick point, talking about weird series, uh, that session breakup where India won 31 or 32 sessions and England only won 20 sessions. Still, till the last session, we did not know what the series result would be. It was almost headed for 3-1, and Nasir Hussain made a superb comment. He said that 3-1 would have been a travesty. The 2-2 is a fair
correct.
result. And
Yeah.
looking at
Yeah.
those
Absolutely.
stats, absolutely, I'll go one step ahead. I think 2-2 is a travesty. We should have won this test series. That is a separate discussion, but that, yeah.
Yeah, and see,
उसके
2-2 is a
लिए
travesty.
इंक्वायरी कमीशन बिठाना पड़ेगा, इंक्वायरी कमीशन बिठाना पड़ेगा कि हम लोग सीरीज क्यों नहीं जीते.
That correct. That's where I'm coming, Sagar. So 2-2 is a travesty even for English fans because we clearly would have been winners on the boundary counts. We were high.
That's a fair point.
Definitely, it would have been a
Case
travesty. Yeah.
dismissed.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, so we did well. I mean, see, top out of the five top batters, top run scorers, four are Indians. Out of the top five wicket takers, three are Indians. So I think overall we did well in the series. It's just those maybe selection blunders in a couple of test matches and some important sessions that we did not capitalize. If we would have won
Yeah.
that Lord's Test, it would be a completely different scenario. If yeah, and if we were 2-1 up, would be a very different thing altogether. We would have won 3-1. So yeah. And interestingly, like we said just now, that top four batters out of five are ours. There is one batter in the top five, Joe Root. However, interestingly, our coach Gautam Gambhir
Hmm.
went on to declare the player of the series from England as Harry Brook. So I'll open the stage to Rishabh to speak a couple of opinions on this.
I think that's
And what
that's
do you think?
succession plan. That's how appraisals also happen in corporates, right? You want your newcomers or the young blood to be rewarded enough so that they stay and they grow in the system. It seems like that because the way Joe Root has played, there was no way that you can take away the man of the series trophy from him. I mean, it'll be I know it might sound very weird, but I might say that he batted a lot better than Shubman Gill did. The kind of attacks he's faced, the kind of runs he scored, the time at which he scored those runs. If England were 2-1 coming into the series,
Hmm.
he is one of the major reasons for that with the bat in hand. Stokes obviously with the ball and with the bat Joe Root. So I think Harry Brook maybe the 100 he scored in the last test maybe might have influenced that decision. But if you ask me, I don't agree with that fact. Also, we always like to have those, or we always know, right, that those good boys are never really rewarded. They somewhere just run under the radar. And I think again that's with Joe Root. Brook being quite vocal, shown on TV, been in media. Probably that also would have sort of probably influenced the decision. We don't know, but definitely does not deserve to be the man of the series, especially ahead of someone like Joe Root.
But
No,
he did
I
bowl
mean,
well, right,
Yeah.
Rishabh? He
But
did bowl well at 37 miles per hour.
Yeah,
I
I
mean,
mean only
well,
for the
he
fact that he let Sundar and Jadeja get centuries. I think he deserves that.
and I believe he was picked by Gautam Gambhir. I think opposition coach had that job
yeah,
to
yeah,
pick the man of
yeah.
the series for the opponent team. And as inexplicable as Gautam Gambhir's strategies were, this was also an inexplicable decision. I mean, how could you forget Ben Stokes? Yes, he did not
Mhm.
play the fifth test, but for
Fifth
first four
test, yeah.
tests, he was probably the player of the series. Forget about England's player of the series. So I don't know how can you look past that, but it was Gambhir's decision,
No,
and
but I'll give you the reason, Nikhil. I'll give you the reason why Gautam Gambhir did that. If we go back around 15, 16 years, you remember Virat Kohli's initial, when he debuted and his initial foray into international cricket, there was a match. I don't remember who was the opponents, but
I think it was
Gambhir
against
had
Sri
scored a
Lanka or
big hundred.
something where
I
Gambhir
think Sri
got the man
Lanka.
of
I
the
think
match
Sri
and
Lanka.
he gave
Yes,
it
so
to.
Gambhir was given the man of the match because he had scored, I think, 150 plus runs, but Kohli got his
maybe.
maiden 100. And Gambhir actually asked Virat to come, and he literally gave away his man of the match award. So I think that's a similar line of thought. अगर मतलब if I have to compare ना, that he's like okay, Joe Root मतलब क्या नहीं, what has he not achieved in life? He's maybe tomorrow he might end up as the highest run scorer in Test cricket ever. You never know, but he's already the greatest English batsman to play the game. But recognizing Harry Brook, who's an upcoming exciting talent. I think that's very much Gautam Gambhir. Very much Gautam Gambhir.
Also, I
Yeah.
I remember the presenter said Harry Brooks was the player of the series for his number of runs, and I think for the number of catches he took.
Catches, 14,
and
14
and the
catches if I'm not wrong.
14 catches and the number of catches that have been dropped in this series, probably those 14 catches
Oh,
is what that award is.
yeah,
So
yeah,
maybe that's why he went with Brooks, but still, I think Ben Stokes was the player of the series for me.
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah,
And
yeah,
thanks, Sagar, for saying the greatest English batsman. Thank you for that.
yeah, yeah, of course. I mean, come on.
But just moving away from this, since we have spoken up on a controversial topic, spiced up a little bit with Gambhir strategy going wrong, Harry Brook giving. I just want to understand, was Brendan McCullum correct in deciding Shubman Gill as the man of the series? I personally feel it should have been Siraj. I'll be very honest
Siraj,
with that.
no
What
doubt,
what do you
no
guys
doubt,
think?
no
Yeah.
doubt about that. No doubt about that. Matlab, I have nothing else to
Mm.
say. I mean, if and I'm sure all four of us had a choice, it would have been Mohammad Siraj because,
Mohammad
see,
Siraj.
I mean, Test cricket, we know batters can save you a Test match. They can set up a Test match. Winning a Test match is bowlers. Bowlers win you Test matches. Period. There is no doubt about that. And Siraj, I think, and that's what you said. The Amay mentioned the total number of runs scored on these flat pitches. The way he's bowled. And I came across one interesting video yesterday. I don't know where. I think on Twitter only. They're saying that the last ball, the Yorker that he bowled to Atkinson, was his fifth fastest ball of the series.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yes.
Yeah, that was his fifth fastest
And,
ball of
and
the series. Imagine the guy is coming in to bowl his 186th over of the series, and he still has in him, still has it in him to, bowl the fifth fastest
yeah,
ball
and
of the
I
series. And I think that morning, he bowled some of his quickest balls in that morning of the 25th day of the series, 25th day of his bowling. I mean, incredible, incredible.
I mean,
Yeah.
players like
See,
Siraj are
all
not,
said and done. No,
yeah.
no, go ahead, Sir.
No, no, I was saying that
So
players like Siraj are, not governed by things like fitness and all. They are fueled by passion.
Yeah,
That's what keeps them
yes,
going. You might talk about
yes.
number of overs. I mean, I'm sure that even if he was bowling his 250th over and the game was on the line, he was on his crutches. He would have just thrown himself and bowled as quick as he could have. That's the mindset and that's the
Yeah,
mentality. So, just hats off to Siraj.
yeah, as bowled like 185 overs, still is steaming in. What aspect of Siraj that always goes unnoticed is the fact that he's a supreme athlete. I have not seen him
oh yes,
being a donkey at the uh, fine leg or third man area at all.
yeah,
He's a
yeah.
supreme athlete. We haven't got many athletes as fast bowlers playing for India, but he is one of those few, and I think we should preserve someone like Mohammad Siraj as much as we care about someone like Bumrah. Uh,
and
and
and Siraj, being a large-hearted player, should not undermine the skills that he has
Yes,
as a bowler,
yes,
because
yes.
it is one thing running and bowling, but he picks up wickets. He picks up crucial wickets in this series, especially. He has picked up very crucial wickets. So just to brush him as this large-hearted bowler
Correct,
is
correct.
not
Very true.
fair to him. He is a
Very
very
true. Very
very
true.
skilled bowler,
Fantastic,
and
fantastic point, Nikhil. And I think what I have seen, his skills have gone up in this series. I mean,
yeah,
he always had a big heart. He always had that indomitable spirit.
yeah,
But his skills to control that outswing and to ball that nip backer at will, right?
yeah.
That requires tremendous skill. I mean, and we've seen James Anderson master it over like decades. So great to see that his skills have also upgraded. Fantastic.
Yeah.
So as we are on Siraj, I think let's do a quick rating for our players, all players. Uh, let's go individually. I'll just pick a player and give you a rating for that player. So YBJ
Interesting.
as an opener,
7.
7.
7. Yeah,
Sagar,
7.
Yeah, yeah, 7-7. Yeah, even I would go with
yeah,
7.
7. The last century actually put him at
Yeah,
7. Otherwise, it would have been a five or something.
definitely, definitely.
KL Rahul,
So one
8.
thing before that, uh, we won at the Oval in 1971. Ajit Wadekar scored 100, a Mumbaikar. We won in 2021. Rohit Sharma, the Mumbaikar, scoring 100 in the second innings, and one more Mumbaikar
trust. tr-
scoring another 100. So the
Trust
writing
Amay
was
to
on the
come up
wall.
with a trust Amay to come up with a Mumbai stat.
Right. Next, please.
Yeah.
Sorry.
So KL Rahul.
8.
Yeah.
KL,
A
yeah,
good
I think
9.
I would
A
go,
good
I'd go and
9.
give him 9 actually. Yeah,
Yeah.
I
I'll
mean, and
also
Yeah.
go with
would
an
have been
eight.
10 on
He did a
10 had
Pujara.
he not, yeah, had he
Yeah.
not
Yeah.
given his wicket away twice.
Twice in this
Yeah,
test.
twice in the series. Yeah,
Yeah, but this series also has been a come of age series for KL. So yeah,
absolutely,
8 and
absolutely.
9
Yeah,
both are
yeah.
fair. Then
Correct.
Karun and Sai, I will combine those because both played at 3. And
Hmm.
how do you see them
7. 6. Be 6.
for
6.
Sai?
Yeah.
No, I'll give both a slightly lower rating. Actually, five for Sai because of the fielding and the catch drop that he showed, and uh, I don't know. Somehow, I feel that he still has to go through the grind. And Karun, I would give 6. Again, he should have scored some big
Should have.
runs. When the opportunity presented. So might be a missed chance for
No,
him
even
also because the kind of talent pool that we have. So that's the only
for
reason.
no, for Karun, I was not looking at big scores, but he had a couple of opportunities where he could have saved or won the match for us, and he squandered both of those. So
Yeah, yeah,
I'll
yeah.
also go with 4 for both. Then Pant,
Fun.
9 for me, if you're asking me. Yeah, 9 for me because
Yeah,
he
9.
yeah,
almost gave it all. I think that
yeah,
unfortunate
yeah,
freak injury.
definitely.
Made an impact when he was playing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
All his innings
And
were pretty impactful.
I think nothing wrong with wicket keeping as well. I haven't seen a drop catch in the entire series.
Yeah.
definitely,
Why
definitely.
not?
Yeah, 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 yeah. Even I'm 9. I mean, I would have said 8 on 10, but then that 1 point is for the spirit that he showed with coming out to bat with a broken foot and also the entertainment that he provides. I mean,
Yeah.
I mean, cricket would be a slightly more boring game if we did not have characters like Rishabh Pant, for sure.
Yeah. Washington,
9.
Hmm.
9.
9.
9 it
Nine.
is. It has to be 9.
I think he was the main bowler who got those important wickets at Lords as well
Yeah, he,
in the second
yeah,
innings.
at
So
Lords he got
yeah.
some great wickets also.
Yeah, yeah. And I think he's been underbowled in this series with the
Hmm.
conditions, the breeze and all. And I think all four of us were continuously talking about the drift,
Talking about
drift,
the
drift.
drift.
Uh,
Yeah.
I think definitely someone who was underbowled
Yeah.
in the series.
Only
I
Shubman
believe,
drifted a little bit.
yeah, I believe Jadeja would be the same for you. 9,
Yeah, 9.
Yeah.
purely on his batting style.
Only, only,
Yeah,
uh, only 9 and not 10 because we didn't see a direct hit from the
Hit
deep mid wicket area with only one stump in line of vision and getting someone like Root out.
and
Only because of that one thing is.
and 9 for playing well with the tail at Lords.
Yeah.
yeah, yeah, yeah. And again,
And
not
then
10 for not not being courageous enough. I somehow feel that if he would have attacked a bit more at Lords, you know, you never
It would
know.
have been
You
different.
never know.
And I think we will rate all our bowlers 10, including Bumrah, including. I will not include Prasid here, but I think Bumrah, Siraj, Akashdeep, all 10.
No, I would rather
Mm,
take Prasid and not take Bumrah.
No, but Bumrah,
Though
Bumrah,
that is a strong opinion, yeah. That is
See, he
okay.
bowled well in the first test, no doubt. Sorry, in the I think he played the second one, right?
first and
well,
third. First and third.
So first one is which we lost. He bowled well there, fine. After that, what? Whatever we have won without him.
Yeah.
Even in
But
the third test, when he was there wasn't any considerable difference which he created, which got you like, oh wow, Bumrah, what a spell that was. I mean, I agree to the
he
fact
picked
that
up
we
wickets.
are now expecting that sort of performances from him every time.
Hmm.
So mediocre
Hmm.
also looks like a very poor performance. I agree, but I
but
feel Prasid the way he's come back into the series, just for that I'll give him that extra mark or two.
but yeah, but it's the same pitch, it's the same place, same test match, where the home team, having the advantage of bowling on their home soil, could not take more than 2 wickets for 142 overs. And I think it, yeah, it's a fair call, Rishabh. We always think that Bumrah would do what he did in BGT, uh, run through the entire team, opposition team on his own. But yeah, I think all the fast bowlers maybe deserve a pat on the
No,
backs.
and
Maybe
he
even
played three
aids
test
to
matches.
everyone,
Yeah, he played three test matches and
except
still
Kamboj.
up there. No, he played three test matches and he's still up there in the leading wicket
In
takers.
the wickets column, yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
And last but not the least, our captain, Shubman Gill. Oh, how do you rate him?
Ah, I think 7 on 10.
Pretty
Just
boring.
young captain, learning captain. 7 on 10. Some tactical errors. Team selection could have been better. So yeah, as a captain, 7 on 10. Huh? As a captain, 7 on 10. As a batsman, definitely. Uh, you know, uh, I'm tempted to say 10 on 10, but again, I was really expecting him to cross Gavaskar's record, but in the final test he could not score big. So yeah, 9 on 10 for Gill the batter, 7 on 10 for the captain.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I, I,
absolutely agree
I'll,
with
I'll, I'll give nine, one, I'll cut one for losing five tosses.
that.
Yeah.
That's a first.
Yeah, but now the next question really is, what do we do for a good 1 month now?
Probably your
What do we
boss
do
will
now?
say extra hour to reply to mails, clear client queries.
Time to work 70 hours a week.
Good question.
No, I
True,
think
true.
we'll continue to talk cricket as we always do, and we will wait in what you can say in we'll eagerly wait the next test series as test cricket fans as pure what is that word purist purist test cricket fans.
If you know, you know.
Yes.
But guys, on that note, I think really thank you so much for joining. It was a really short notice. It's supposed to be a short call. Like I said, it can never be as exciting as those 2 hours that they were yesterday. But still, it was really exciting to talk about what transpired, what your thoughts were, what you saw from your lens, as it always is. Thank you so much, guys. For all the viewers, if you know what we should do or what you're going to do now, since test cricket is not there for a long time, do drop us your thoughts in the comments. We'll be eager, and probably we can get some cues and start doing the same. So thank
Yeah.
you so much everyone for joining.
Thank you. It
Thank you.
it
Thank
has,
you.
Thank
Thank
it
you,
you.
has been a
boss.
pleasure. Yeah, thank you.
Been a pleasure. Yes.